Governor Bill Richardson, former governor of New Mexico. Your impressions of the speech?
Mrs. Obama's speech was a home run. She was personal. She's the most popular person in the country. And when she validates the president as a great father, somebody that identifies with a common person, most of all, somebody that cares deeply about bringing the country together, it's a terrific asset. And she was wonderful.
Anything she didn't say that you hoped she'd say? Anything that didn't come up this evening you hoped it'd come up?
No, I think it's important that instead of her talking about immigration and heavy issues, the diabetes, the making kids healthier, that's her big cause. But I think her role tonight was to talk about Barack, the man, the president, her husband, how he identifies with workers, with common people. I think she achieved her task marvelously, and she's the president's biggest asset. I would campaign her, send her out there every single day.
But the president and the first lady have always been considered strong speakers. But how do you connect the rhetoric with reality for so many Americans?
Well, that's going to be up to the president. I think that the first lady set it up for the president's speech in a couple of days. The president's going to have to, I believe, outline his vision for the country, how he identifies with people, acknowledges that there are problems, but that he has a path forward that's positive, that's not like the Republicans that is trickled down, that he cares about workers and America's middle class and families, but specifically what he's going to do in the next 4 years in the economic realm. I think you're going to hear that. Energy diversification, technology, training of people, immigration reform. I think you're going to see that.
Talk about the mayor of San Antonio, his speech, the historical significance of what he had to say this evening.
Well, he electrified the crowd. He's not just a Hispanic star. He is probably the new Barack Obama of American politics. I think he's mainstream. Everyone identifies with the way he grew up, identified with his family. But he's a superb mayor who's created jobs in San Antonio, who's helped that state and that city be one of the great cities in the country. Texas, if ever there's going to be a Democrat elected statewide, I think Julian Castro demonstrated that he can do it. But this guy may go higher than senator or governor.
You say with great pride, I can tell.
Yeah, I'm very proud because as a Hispanic, a Latino myself, I think our community has arrived in terms of power, numbers. We got to turn out the vote, and I think we should be very much with the president that has stood with us.
One of the concerns going into this evening, I talked to a number of delegates, was about the enthusiasm gap. They felt they had a lot to sell when they returned home. Do you think the party began to close that gap some this evening?
Yeah, I think the whining and the carping is starting to end. Everybody realized what's at stake. This is a very close race. It's going to be maybe 7 or 8 states, a few thousand votes, a few electoral votes. We got to get behind the president. We've got to really get that coalition of minorities and women and independent voters, young people that turned out last time, to realize that the election may be in their hands again.
One final question. Your thoughts about what President Clinton has to accomplish tomorrow night?
Well, the President Clinton is the president of the balanced budget, economic growth. He left us a surplus. And he's going to say Barack Obama can do the same. He's a pro-growth Democrat, Obama. Let's give him 4 more years. He inherited a terrible mess. He's digging us out of it. Let's give him 4 more years because he's somebody that is going to be very good at dealing with the debt and balancing the budget and creating jobs for this country.
Governor Bill Richardson, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Byron.